Emmanuel Macron that says, I want to dispatch French troops to Ukraine. And we get a number of 2,000 because that's pretty much the limit of what Macron could dispatch in short order. He could probably get it up to 12,000 if you want to wait 6 months. That's it. But the question isn't just about putting men there. How do you sustain it? Amateurs talk tactics, operations. Professionals talk logistics. The military people around Macron, who have nothing to do with politics, their job is just purely military. They're telling them that, look, it would take us 2 years to get the logistics support framework in place to expand the battalion from 700 to 2,000. That's what they were telling them back in 2023. Now you get them across the border into Ukraine. That's projection of power, which requires an expeditionary capability that the French are lacking in.
In a world on the edge of geopolitical shift, a silent yet pivotal project unfolds across Eastern Europe. A railroad connecting Russia to Crimea emerges as a strategic chess move, challenging the balance of power and sovereignty. This development, a beacon in the night of international politics, prompts critical questions about Ukraine's stance, NATO's strategy, and France's role. Embark with us on this journey, illuminated by Scott Ritter's insights into the depths of global military dynamics. In the shadow of geopolitical chess games, a project of monumental significance has been quietly unfolding. Over the course of more than a year, a linchpin of logistics and strategy has emerged from the drawing boards to the very earth of Eastern Europe. This endeavor, a rail artery stretching over hundreds of kilometers, is designed to forge a direct connection from Rostov-on-Don, piercing through the heartlands under control, threading through Donetsk, Mariupol, and Berdyansk, before reaching its terminus in Crimea. This infrastructure project, ambitious in scope and strategic in essence, circumvents the previous maritime route, rendering the Kerch Bridge, a previously vital link, less critical. The rail's completion is not just about enhancing logistical capabilities. It's about reinforcing control, ensuring an uninterrupted supply chain to the strategic peninsula, and by extension, to the forces arrayed along the front lines. As the final rail ties are laid, and the path to Crimea solidifies, the echo of this achievement reverberates, hinting at a deeper strategic calculus. It's a move that redefines the theater of operations, ensuring that the flux of military and logistical support remains unhampered, a testament to the foresight embedded in the chess game of international politics. In the unfolding chess game of Eastern European geopolitics, the nearing completion of the rail corridor from Rostov-on-Don to Crimea presents a formidable tactical conundrum for Ukraine. This infrastructure, transcending its role as a mere conduit for transit, acts as a lifeline, fortifying Russian military capabilities by ensuring an unassailable supply route directly to the annexed peninsula and beyond. The strategic calculus for Ukraine, thus, enters a new phase of complexity. The endeavors to isolate Crimea and thwart the logistical arteries fueling Russian advances now encounter a robust challenge. The direct rail connectivity not only bolsters the resilience of Russian supply lines but also significantly dilutes the efficacy of Ukrainian strategies aimed at the Kerch Bridge, a previously perceived Achilles heel of Russian logistics. The completion of this rail link heralds a paradigm shift in the operational landscape, as Ukraine's intelligence apparatus and military strategists reassess the terrain of conflict and supply disruption. The numerical data underscores the gravity of the situation. With Russian forces enjoying reinforced supply chains, the Ukrainian losses, mounting to over 1,000 personnel on some days, starkly highlight the asymmetry in attrition and logistics. This infrastructure project, therefore, not only secures a steady stream of military provisions to the Russian front lines but renders the Ukrainian efforts to impair such channels considerably more arduous. The implications ripple through the strategic undercurrents of the region, necessitating a recalibration of tactics and an intensified search for vulnerabilities within the reinforced Russian logistical framework. As Ukraine navigates this labyrinth of strategic challenges and recalibrated battle lines, the broader theater of international alliances and rivalries watches closely, each move on this board precipitating shifts in the global balance of power. This dynamic, ever-evolving confrontation, steeped in the aspirations and resilience of a nation, sets the stage for a deeper exploration into the ramifications for NATO, the Baltic Trio, and the intricate dance of diplomacy and deterrence. As the silhouette of progress casts its long shadow across Eastern Europe, it has not escaped the gaze of those who stand watch over the current equilibrium. The North Atlantic Alliance, an embodiment of collective Western defense, finds itself contemplating the unfolding tableau with a mixture of caution and strategic foresight. On the eastern fringes of this alliance, the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, stand in quiet solidarity. Their vigilance is not born out of immediate threat but from a historical consciousness of the geopolitical tides that ebb and flow at their doors. This trio of nations, while observing the advancements with a wary eye, also recognizes the intricate dance of power and diplomacy that defines our era. In Ukraine, the landscape of conflict reveals the harsh truth of attrition, a testament to the enduring spirit of its people, yet a stark reminder of the relentless nature of modern warfare. The narrative of hardship is compounded as efforts to fortify its own defense mechanisms race against the trickle of external support, highlighting a poignant chapter in the quest for autonomy against the backdrop of adversity. In this chess game of grand strategy and subtle maneuvers, the stance of NATO and the Baltic states unfolds as a narrative of caution and contemplation, with France's poised commitment introducing a new dynamic. Yet, it beckons the question: how will this interplay of actions and reactions shape the contours of stability and influence in the region? In a gesture that echoed with resonance across the diplomatic chessboard, the French Republic, under the stewardship of its leader, made a pronounced commitment to the evolving theater in Eastern Europe. Mobilizing a force of 7,000, the intent was unambiguous, a redefinition of support dynamics for the beleaguered state of Ukraine. This move, bold in its conception, stands as a testament to a changing tide in international solidarity. Yet, within this bold stride lies a network of cautionary tales and the shadow of potential escalation, a delicate balance between aid and the complexities of broadening the conflict. The French resolve, while steadfast, navigates a labyrinth of geopolitical ramifications, signaling a readiness to support yet mindful of the delicate equilibrium that sustains peace. In the grand tableau of international relations, France's strategic commitment introduces a new chapter in the narrative of support for Ukraine, weaving a complex thread of hope and caution. As the globe watches and waits, the pursuit of peace amidst the specter of conflict continues to challenge the collective conscience of humanity. In the intricate mosaic of global military might, where power and strategy are measured in numbers and capabilities, the French Republic emerges with a profile of strength and innovation. With approximately 270,000 active personnel steadfast in their duty, France's military is a formidable force, ready to defend and project its values on the international stage. Among its arsenal are 200 main battle tanks, state-of-the-art machines engineered for the modern battlefield, alongside a fleet of 600 aircraft, including Rafale fighters that dominate the skies with agility and precision. The artillery regiments boast over 400 pieces, ready to deliver strategic strikes. Yet, when this considerable might is juxtaposed against the colossal breadth of a single Russian corps, the scale of comparison illuminates the daunting vastness with which Russia projects its military power. This calculus of capability, underscored by a commitment to standing alongside Ukraine, reflects not just the tangible assets at France's disposal but a deeper, principled stance in the theater of global affairs. Yet, in the grand ledger of conflict and diplomacy, it's a stark reminder of the challenges that lie in balancing the scales of power, where strategic intent must navigate the waters of reality on the ground. As we move through this era of complex geopolitical currents, the narrative of France's military engagement is not just written in the ledgers of equipment and personnel but in the legacy of its actions and the future chapters it seeks to write in the annals of international peace and stability. As the narrative of commitment unfolds across the tapestry of international alliances, the Republic of France steps forward with a declaration of support, crystallizing in the mobilization of 2,000 troops to the heart of Ukraine. This action, emblematic of solidarity, contrasts sharply against the backdrop of a conflict that exacts a daily toll surpassing 1,000 souls. Mr. Scott Ritter, reflecting on the situation, underscores the somber reality. This contribution, while valiant, might only forestall the advance of opposing forces for a mere 2 days. It's a stark assessment of the current equilibrium of power, where the vast expanse of a single adversary's corps dwarfs the potential impact of the reinforcements, revealing the monumental challenge that lies in altering the course of the conflict. In this landscape, where the might of an adversary's core, numbering in the tens of thousands, supported by an arsenal that overshadows the incoming assistance, casts a long shadow, the efforts of France, though steeped in the spirit of alliance, confront a reality where the scales of military engagement tip overwhelmingly against a swift resolution. The calculations of war, complex and unforgiving, paint a picture of a conflict entrenched in the harsh arithmetic of survival and endurance. Amidst this sobering contemplation of commitment and capability, the narrative weaves into the broader question of the future, where the path to peace, obscured by the fog of war, challenges the international community to reconcile the principles of sovereignty with the pragmatics of support in a world where the echoes of conflict resonate deep and wide. In a world where turmoil intertwines with the pursuit of peace, Scott Ritter's insights remind us of the intricate ballet of diplomacy and military might. France's involvement in Ukraine, offering both resolve and support, highlights the global tapestry of solidarity in these challenging times. As we look to the horizon, the combined efforts of nations weave a hopeful future, transcending today's storm toward a dawn of peace. Thanks for watching.